What's up guys, Rhino here and welcome back to another one of my old school RuneScape videos. In the previous video guys, I promised that I would be showing you guys how to go about trying to level up the runecrafting skill. Now here I am by Aubrey, the guy who was part of the previous quest that we did in the previous video. So what you want to do guys, if you head to him, you right click on him and press the teleport button. It will now, you'll be able to go to this area like we saw before to mine some rune essence. Make sure you've got a pickaxe with you. Currently I only have the bronze pickaxe. I've just not really sort of been able to, well, I mean, probably can afford a better one, but I've never really gotten around to it. And you know, I'm happy with a bronze pickaxe for now. It's probably not the most efficient way for me to mine, but you know, I'm happy with it right now. Look at that, straight off the bat, bonus, level 15 mining, ideal. We can now mine iron, which is a big milestone. That means we can now sort of venture away from the tin and copper, which is level 1. I should point out as well, to mine the rune essence, level 1. So there's no mining requirement when it comes to rune crafting. You'll already be able to do it. You'll be set up for that. So you just basically want to come into this little sort of cave, hidden area, which teleported in. Just keep mining the rune essence, get yourself a full inventory. Obviously with a bronze pickaxe it's not the, well, it's still pretty quick, so obviously you only level 1, but if you've got a slightly more advanced pickaxe and obviously like a much higher mining level, that will help significantly. That will definitely increase the speed that you're going to be mining the rune essence at. So yeah, the aim really is just to keep coming back here and mining as much as you can, or as much as you feel that is necessary for however many runes you want to try and create. For me, at this current time, I'm just going to do this inventory. I've already done a little bit as well, just in preparation before the video. There's a little bit stored in my bank. It's only like 3 inventories full, I think. So with like 4 inventories to go and use to craft some air runes. I'll go through that, show you where to do that, how you do it. It's all very simple, nothing too complicated, and hopefully, you never know, we might get the runecrafting level up 1 or 2 levels, which will potentially allow us to actually have the ability to craft some different types of runes. I'm pretty sure mind runes are probably only level 2 actually, so I can check that. Yeah, so mind runes level 2, so at a bare minimum we'll definitely be able to craft mind runes by the end of this video. I'd probably say water runes at level 5 is going to be a little bit of a push. Like I said earlier in the previous video, it's not that quick of a skill to get up. It's quite slow. It's a bit of a grind. I think purely for the fact that if you look at it in a bit more detail, obviously you've got this section here which is the various runes, but there's a section called multiple runes. Basically that just shows that at certain levels, for each rune essence that you have, you can make more than one of the various runes. So for example, in this case, if I had runecrafting level 11, so I've only got level 1, if it was 11, for each one of these rune essence that I took into the altar and crafted, I'd get 2. So for a full bag of 28, obviously you're going to get 56. But it's going to be, because you need the talisman to actually gain access into the altar, a full bag will be 27. So yeah, 54 is what you would get. And then as you get higher and higher, there's obviously you can get the opportunity to get multiple runes for different types of runes, and even the most basic ones like the air runes, there's opportunities to be able to create more than 2 at a time. So I think probably like the highest, like if you get to like level 99, maybe it's probably like 6 or 7 at a time, something like that. It's going to be something significant, something fairly useful. But yeah, as you can see, it's just at this location, just south of the of this bank here, in literally just as you enter Varrock. The entrance is closest to Lumbridge, at the east of Varrock. So yeah, if you were going to do like if you're going to keep going over and over again, you would literally just do this this sort of loop or this route. Go back to the bank, store it in, and then run back down here, and obviously mine some more. Run back here, keep going, over and over again until you've got whatever you think you need. In my case, I've got 111 right now. That's going to be absolutely fine for for my own personal needs. being a lower level, it's going to be enough to get me a few levels. So yeah, because we're going to be going to craft air runes, we're obviously going to take the air talisman with us. I do already have a mine talisman, which I'll probably just picked up from a goblin, probably. Like I said, they're fairly easy to obtain, and you can buy them off the Grand Exchange as well for fairly cheap. I wouldn't have thought you're going to be charged like ridiculous amounts. It's not going to cost you an arm and a leg to get one. They're fairly common items on the game, so people will sell them fairly cheap, probably in like a couple hundred coins. Is probably like the maximum you're going to have to pay for one of those. They all vary in price depending on which one, but for the non-members ones, just purely because of the level of the runes, and they're good, but there's much better runes out there. Yeah, you're not going to need too many coins to be able to purchase one of the talismans. You will need the rune essence, of course. Obviously, I've just ran off with just the talisman, so I'll collect that in this bank down here. Just wanted to get a little bit closer to the altar whilst I was talking there. So obviously, just take a full bag. You know, like you just want to make as much as possible in one go. Now, I'll quickly show you on the map. So obviously, we're currently in Varrock. You want to be heading west through the barbarian village to this little crossroad into Falador. I'm pretty sure we've done this route to Falador before. Go all the way out the south entrance of Falador, and the altar is actually just in this little area right here, just like in these trees. So it's obviously like a bit of a space between the trees. It's just in there. Obviously, like I said, you can do that route. I'm probably going to do the route where as soon as I get to Barbarian Village, I'm actually going to drop straight south through this gap here, and just sort of squeeze through there and go around like that. Just I think it'll cut out Falador, just be a little bit quicker. Yeah, but obviously that's sort of purely on the basis that I know the map fairly well, and I won't have to keep checking the world map hopefully to be able to carry out that route. I know some of you guys may not be overly familiar with all the various locations yet, and sort of where each sort of like shortcut and like cut-off point stuff is in relation to other areas on the map, so you may have to keep sort of checking, and you might just find it a little bit easier just to stick to going of routes and using like the various sort of towns and cities as almost like checkpoints on your journey, which is fair enough. Like I did that for a while, until obviously I sort of realised there's like these shortcuts so you can just go through here. Yeah, but it doesn't matter if you go through Falador. You're going to be going back to Falador anyway, as part of the loop for creating the air runes. You know, you're going to go, once you've gone into the altar and you've got your runes, you're going to then head back north into Falador and, you know, go to the bank, store them, collect some more rune essence, go back, make some more, keep doing the loop over and over again. Just kind of just grinding through it, really. Just slowly grinding through all your essence and creating as many runes as you can in such like a short space of time, as many as you can bear, really. I know it sounds bad, but it's tough. You know, I respect people who, you know, there's all these people out there who've got like unbelievably high runecrafting levels. There's multiple people who've got to level 99 and sort of like maxed out the skill completely, like full XP. Whatever the maximum XP is, I think it's like 200 million or something like that. I may be lying, but it's something insane, like something completely excessive, which I could never even dream of achieving. But people have done it, and you know, like fair play. Whether they've used a bot or whether they've done it legit, you know, it's just fair play. It's very hard. Like it takes a long time. Yeah, you can go. I've probably missed a turn in there, really. I mean, it's sort of directly west, so I probably should have just gone west up there, but I'll go west here. Is that guy's following me? No, sorry. Maybe he is. No, he's not following me. That's okay. It's a bit awkward when someone's following on here. You're kind of like, well, what do you want? But yeah, so I'll show you on the map again. Getting a lot closer. It's literally just here, this kind of area. So we'll head in there and get our first batch of air runes. I'm just going to see how much experience it does per inventory, because with this it will be the same amount per inventory no matter how many runes you get. So even when you get to that point where you can craft multiple runes, you still only get the experience for crafting the single runes. So the multiple runes is like a bonus in a physical aspect, so you get the runes but not in an experience aspect. which is quite frustrating, which is why the level is such a grind, a bit slower. But so this is what the altar is like. So it says, if you right click on it, it's sort of classed as mysterious ruins. If you examine it, it says there's a powerful presence about these ruins. And just to confirm on the map where that is, obviously like I said, just in this little area here in between the trees, just south of Falador. Now to enter, you'd want to just click on the talisman and then click on the altar, use it. Your guy will sort of insert his way in, and then in the center you've got this stone which looks like an air rune. You literally just got to press on it, craft rune altar, and there you go, it's changed all of your rune essence into air runes. And we've got Runecrafting level 2, which is 135 experience, which is, you know, not too bad. Obviously it could be better, but it will be when you do different types of runes. So they're like mind runes now, but in mind runes that would definitely get a little bit more. It's not going to be like massive amounts, but yeah, it's going to be more, which is obviously what you want to be doing when you're trying to, if you're really going for the grind to try and get yourself up to that higher level. Like for me right now, I'm doing this to get the runes on the whole because I want to use them for magic. But if you're doing it just purely to get the rune crafting skill up, then it's advisable probably not to do air runes, because obviously they're going to be the least amount of experience, because they're the lowest level well, they're the one that requires the lowest level to get them done. Whereas if you do body runes, which are level 20, they're going to give you a little bit more experience because they're classed as a rune which requires more experience to craft, and therefore you gain a greater reward from crafting them. But yeah, we'll just stick to the air runes at the moment. Obviously I can do the mind runes, but I'm not going to go there just yet. I think I'll save that for a different video, purely on the basis that it's a different location, and it's one of those ones which I actually mentioned in the previous video that it's quite a trek. It's a bit further, which is frustrating. It's one of those ones that it's a bit of a chore to do. I don't really enjoy crafting mind runes. But yeah, they just keep literally just going over the loops over and over again. You'll eventually gather up some energy to run, like I've just done there. You have to walk every now and then, but it's not too much of a distance. When you can run, you get there instantly. Look, like we're here already. It's in a flash. It's just not difficult. Not overly time consuming. We'll just find the altar again, and it is there. Just pop myself in again. And I wonder if we're definitely going to get up another level here, aren't we? 100%. We've only got 39 experience to go, so we're up to level 3, and we're almost up to level 4. We only need 6 experience to be level 4, so that's fantastic. And obviously, you know, with total levels going up, which is brilliant, all contributes. And then once we do get enough air runes, the aim for level 1 magic is obviously just going to be this particular spell here. That's the only one that we're actually going to be able to cast. The next one up is level 3. I wouldn't recommend that spell, by the way. It doesn't actually deal any sort of damage. It actually just reduces the opponent's attack, which, to be honest, isn't going to be overly useful, considering it's only going to do 5%. But yeah, that's what you need. You need air runes and mind runes for this. So you can go down the route, you could go and make some more mind runes, but there is one thing which I'm not sure if it will come up on here or not. I'm hoping it does, but no, it doesn't come up under weapons, which is frustrating. Maybe equipment. It may not come up because I don't think. I basically, there's like these staffs. There's like a wind staff or staff of, I don't know, staff of air, something like that, like staff of fire and staff of earth. I think it's one called a magic staff. I may be wrong, but I believe it's the magic staff, and it's got like, the staff is like a big wooden pole, and then there's like almost like a little orb on the top of like the end of it, and it's on this particular one, the orb is like a dark sort of black color. Pretty sure that's the one which will, if you're equipping it, if you're using it as your weapon when you want to attack something, it means that you don't need any mind runes. So any rune that you need for that certain spell, depending on the staff that you've got, it just cancels out. So for example, on this one, I know for sure there's a staff of air, it's got a white orb on the top, so if you were wielding that, you wouldn't need any air runes whatsoever. You'd only need the mind runes to be able to cast that spell, which is why I'm sort of saying about these mind runes, the one with the mind runes. So obviously we're making air runes, so if we had a staff which cancelled out the mind runes, then we'd be sorted. We wouldn't need any of them. We'd be ready to go and start sort of killing things. I'm gonna have to go and do a little bit of research into that when I do go and buy my own staff to start training my magic level up. But yeah, it's one of the bonuses that there's different staffs for different situations. So if there's one particular rune that you're a little bit low on, then you can obviously, you know, get the staff for that, and it'll help you out massively. It just saves a bit of time and a bit of money as well. You know, it's a little bit less that you don't have to craft, you have to buy, which is obviously a bonus. You know, it just makes life a little bit easier. So there we go. We've gone up to level 5, so we've completely jumped level 4 because obviously we were so close. We've gone to level 5, which I honestly did not expect. We can now do water runes, so that's brilliant. Means there's now mind runes, water runes. Possibilities are opening up here for different spells when we get to the levels to do them. So you can see this one here now, level 5, water strike. Once I get to magic level 5, and then I obviously craft some water runes, air runes, and mind runes, which I have the Runecrafting level to do. That then opens up that spell for me, which is going to be a little bit more powerful than the wind strike, just purely because of the level. And you notice with the spells throughout that wind is the weakest of all the elements, water will be the next weakest, then earth will be a little bit stronger, and then fire. So fire is the strongest. So you see that with like the basic strikes there. As you go a little bit further down, you have so there's the wind bolt, then it goes to water bolt, along to earth bolt, then to fire bolt, and then even in the members section, if I can find it, pretty sure, yeah, so you have like earth blast. I think that's actually non-members, to be fair. Earth blast, water blast a bit further up, fire blast, etc, etc. So yeah, that's pretty much it really. There's not really a lot more to add. I feel like I'm sort of waffling on a little bit about stuff that I probably would talk about in the next video, in terms of, you know, like training magic, stuff like that, which I can go through in a little bit more detail when it comes around to it. That is it really for just making air runes. Like I said, I'll do different runes at a different time. That is the route. It's very easy. Just, I've nearly ran out of my rune essence. At that point, when you run out, either, you know, you can stop, do something else, or if you feel like you want to go get some more, obviously just head back to Varrock, back to Aubrey, go back into the mine some more, just rinse and repeat the process. Just get some more rune essence, come back to Falador, keep going through this and crafting, just keep on going, and eventually you'll rack up a large number of air runes in your bank, which you can then use to get your magic level up. You know, if you don't even want to do that, just sell them. I said, like, right at the start of the previous video, like, one of the reasons that you want to craft runes is because you don't really want to be buying them. They're quite cheap individually, but if you have to buy like a huge amount, which you will when it comes to wanting to sort of train magic for a long period of time, it becomes expensive, because no matter how cheap the individual item is on its own, if you have to buy enough, it's gonna all add up eventually, and it's gonna be a huge amount. So if you've got a huge amount that you can sell, by all means go for it. If you don't feel like you're going to use them, just take the cash and run, you know, like, and then you can maybe use it on something else, like some decent armor for your melee skill, something like that. It's all about just considering really what you want to do with the various items that you make in this game, and all these skills kind of like link together in various ways. Like any skill that you level up, there'll always be some sort of benefit for a different skill in some way. There's always some way that something can help you. So by all means, just sell them if you don't want them. But yeah, that's going to be it for now, guys. I'm going to leave it there. I'll complete that in a sec, and I'll have a look at the staffs and get myself set up for the next one. Yeah, hopefully that was sort of useful, and provided you guys with that a little bit of advice as to where that altar is, and just gets you started on your runecrafting skill, and you can probably get much higher than me. Obviously I'm only level 5, very much a beginner on this at the moment. So if it was helpful, then feel free to drop a like, And if you want to see the next video with the advice on using the runes to increase your magic level and what various equipment and armor to use to give you more help to get up your magic level, then feel free to subscribe to my channel and turn the notifications on so you get the updates and notifications through your phone or your laptop, etc., just when the videos drop, and you can tune in and get that little bit of help that I'm trying to offer with those ones. Alright, so yeah, that's it really. Yeah, enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you next time.